Gabay Halalan partners with COMELEC and the Legal Network for Truthful Elections, or LENTE, as it reopened its call center-like voters' education system, which aims to address reports on election-related incidents and provide information assistance to voters. It will be operational until Election Day. Joining us in the studio are Bro.Neupito Saicon Jr., Associate Director of the Simbahang Lingkod ng Bayan, and SLB intern Renard Torrecampo. Good morning, Brother Neo and Renard.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us
Thank
this
you for
morning.
Thank you for having us here.
Gabay Halalan, it's
Right.
already your fourth run.
Yes.
What changes do you have in place for this particular elections?
Well, right now we've made all our information that we share. We can now share publicly. Before, the information, the research information that we have is more of an internally shared. But now with our website, we can now share these information. So they can call us. They can text information from us, and then we can share this information to them publicly. They can also log into our website, www.slb.ph. It's all there.
And I understand this is open to volunteers.
Right.
And Renard, I understand this is your first time
Yeah,
to
it's my first
volunteer
time
for
to
Gabay
volunteer.
Halalan.
Yeah.
How has it been so far for you?
It has been fun. We're
Fun?
a lot of interns, a lot of volunteers, a lot of people to talk to. The concerns that are coming in are really relevant, and they really reflect how Philippine society during elections is. So it's a good experience for me.
Have you received, let's say, strange queries that are not related to elections?
So far, none.
Okay. So at least most of the questions, Brother Neo, Renard,
Right.
have been the usual questions which you've been receiving for
Right.
Gabay Halalan, which
Yeah.
are, what
Well,
are these?
profiles of candidates, track records are very important for people right now. They ask about what laws, if they are incumbent, what laws have they passed, what are the positions that they've been to before, and so these are the information. Aside from the usual precinct finder, the precinct numbers that they ask from us, the profiles of candidates are important for people.
Also, Brother Neo, you also receive information about illegal election practices. What are the usual so far?
So far, as I've seen the report, it's more on vote buying and illegal sizes of
The
posters and where they're supposed to be at. So, yeah, but mostly what is alarming for me is the number of vote buying reports, incidence reports, and they name names and the areas, and so these are really serious comments or reports from the people.
What do you do with these information, particularly in terms of illegal election practices?
Yeah, we refer them to LENTE. They are our lawyer partner with us. So we give out the information to them, and they further investigate the report. So it's important that whenever they call, they agree to be a part of the investigation afterwards.
So they may be called again to verify
Yes.
the information that they have
Right.
given. Renard, how long did you train for this?
For training, it took about like 2 days, 3 days to be a teleeducator, to receive the calls. But the research part, because I was part of it, it took about a week or two, because we really had to have credible information inputted in our system.
And Brother Neo, do you need more volunteers for
Yes,
your
we
group?
do. We do need a lot of volunteers right now, since a lot of people volunteer for the last week. But since we've been operating since Monday, a lot of queries have been coming in, but not a lot of volunteers to answer them. So it took about some time. We plan to, when they text, we plan to respond in 15 minutes, but that seems to be not possible right now with the amount of text messages that we're getting.
What do you mean to respond in 15 minutes? When they call, they have to
When-
wait for 15 minutes?
Yeah,
or for the answer?
Before we answer, because they can text in their queries, and we respond supposedly in 15 minutes with the number of teleeducators that we have. But
Faster
we're not
than delivery, yeah.
faster than delivery. But since we don't have that enough, we're supposed to
Yeah.
have 30 volunteers or 30 teleeducators at one
one.
shift.
Yes.
We can't fill in the slots. So we
How
need
many more do
volunteers.
you need?
About 20 more.
About 20 more. Renard,
Per
your
shift.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends.
Yeah, there are 2 shifts in the day.
Yes.
So 8 shifts per 8 hour per shift. So we need 30 volunteers per shift. So 60
Okay.
volunteers.
Thank you so much for joining us this
you so
morning.
much.
Thank you for having us.
Brother Neupito Saicon Jr. and Renard Torrecampo of Gabay Halalan. Thank you so much for joining us.